I'm really excited about this item because I'm excited about the history of the fajita. About a year ago, I got to break bread with Councilman Rizo and Councilman Villalobos, and they were telling me all about the history of Kyle. And I'm from the Rio Grande Valley, where we take our Mexican food very seriously. And they started telling me how Kyle was the birthplace of the fajita. And I told them to go take a hike because that could not possibly be true at all. And I didn't want us to get into a situation like Austin where all of a sudden they invented the breakfast taco and, we go down that road. Um, but they kept telling me and showing me different things that led down to that path of it being true. And so, being a lover of history, I immediately went and started researching it because I wanted to discredit it. And the more I searched to discredit it, the more it was in my face that yes, Kyle does have a huge claim to the fajita, to the coining of the word fajita, and to the selling of fajitas. And it is documented in several places in publications. And so last year was the 50th anniversary of the fajita in Kyle with that name. And I just think it's an absolutely beautifully rich history for the city, one that I am ashamed that I didn't know about living in Hayes County since 1998. I had never heard that before until those two council members told me about it. And I think that this is step number one for this city to embrace that history, to honor that history and that culture, and to move forward in the celebration of the fajita. And I think it's absolutely beautiful that we are bringing this up on National Fajita Day when Kyle, Texas is in fact the birthplace of the fajita. And I will say that proudly to anybody that asks. And annoyingly, half the time when I'm in a restaurant and someone brings me fajitas, I make it known that Kyle was where it all started. So I thank those council members very much for bringing that up and fighting for that history. And I look forward to continuing the work as this council to honor that history. So thank you all very much. I'm just extremely pleased with this.
Councilmember Koch, every time I hear that story, it brings a certain level of emotion the way you tell it, and it lends credence to the research that we have done and the anecdotal stories that we hear. But to come back forward and have that articulated and documented in history and quite frankly within a dissertation at Texas A&M is huge, and it lends credence to a lot of the culture in our town, and really truly the deep roots of diversity and entrepreneurialism and business and commerce and all those different things. A large influence in economy is the fajita all over the United States. So for it to come here now, Sonny Falcone is from Mercedes, Texas, and to understand the affinity of that, that's where my grandmother was born, in Mercedes, Texas, in a pier and beam house, very poor house, in the neighborhood where the Falcone's family grew up. So knowing that, and then coming forward and by accident seeing that history and learning about it, and then going back and asking questions about it before my grandmother passed was good enough for me to confirm that yes, definitely, that's the guy. And they did bring it to Kyle, and what a wonderful, rich piece of culture to celebrate and to hang our hats on, and to furthermore bring a celebration back to Kyle where it has been taken to other places. So thank you for this opportunity. And I think it's a great moment for the city of Kyle.
It's Councilmember Rizzo. I just want to say thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, for bringing that to us so eloquently. I kind of tear up when I think about our history, where Kyle's come from, evolved from. I can tell you right now that growing up in Kyle was a blessing. Everybody knew everybody, and it's still almost like that today. Even though we're a town of 50,000 plus, I've got so many new friends, so many new people that I see or deal with on a daily basis, and it's a beautiful thing that we've got that family feeling still. But to bring some of our history and combine it with the population we have now is just a positive in what Kyle is. There's a reason people come to Kyle, and that's because of our history and because of our family feeling. And I really believe that sharing that part of history with the, the citizens of Kyle today is just a plus, and it's going to continue to help Kyle carry that legacy of who we are. And I hope that the kids get to see what I saw, the new kids here in Kyle, growing up at the fiestas, the families coming out together, all the smells, all the aromas, the music, the culture, everything that I experienced during those fiestas was amazing. And I hope other generations get that experience as well, coming out and seeing everybody at every puesto, and which is our food booths, doing the best they could with whatever different meats they were cooking, from fajitas to gorditas to three bus to anything that you could make to hamburgers, is something that really incorporated what the fiesta was here in Kyle, the music, everything, and the costumes, naming the queen candidate. It was a very beautiful time in our city, and we still have it a little bit. But to really emphasize that and share it with the rest of Kyle, I think is just going to be a win for us as a city. And I think it's going to make us better as a city. Thank you.